Hello friends, welcome back to another session of Core Java tutorials. In today's class, I'm going to show you how to create arrays of objects, okay, in Java. So here I'm going to create a product array. So when do you prefer creating an array of objects is that whenever you have to deal with numerous objects, then it is preferred to actually use array of objects. So here rather than storing array of integers or array of double or array of strings. Here we'll be storing array of objects. Okay, so object is an instance of a class and we'll be storing similar instances, okay, in a particular array. So let me just give you this with the product class. Okay. So say for example, I'm having a class product which is having name, ID, product name, ID, and cost. So here what I'll be doing is, okay, so I'll be creating an array of products objects. So this will be my product object 1 and this will be product object 2 and product object 3, product object 4, product object 5. Okay, so this is how I'm creating objects. Okay, so P1 is an object, P2 is an object, P3, P4, P5, all these are objects of class product. Each and every object in this particular array will be having a product name. Okay, so it will have its own product name and then its own product ID and then its own product cost. Okay, what is the data that we mentioned in the class? All these objects will hold that particular data. Then P2 again individually will be having its own product name and then product ID and then the product cost. Okay, so similarly P3, P4 and P5 follows. In the same way, they will be having their own P name, PID and P cost. So here we'll be seeing how to create this. Okay, so this is what is called as array of objects. So this array is holding objects over here and these objects are of the same class. Okay, so P1, P2, P3, so on, all these are nothing but the instances of the same class. And what is the name of the class here? The name of the class is product and all these are all the objects of the same class. Whenever you have, so as I said, whenever you have numerous objects to be created of the same class, then you can go with creating an array of objects. So I'll show you how to do that. So let me clear off this drawing first and then I'll start writing the code. Okay, so let me actually start writing the code here. So the first thing I'll be doing is I'm going to create a class product. So as I said, so inside this class product, I'm having the name of the product as one of the variables. Okay, so this is an instance variable. So I'm saying string name. So let me make it P name. So this is the product name variable that will be holding the name of the product. And then I have int then product ID. So this will be the variable that will be holding the object or the product ID. And then I have double so product cost. Okay, so these are the three data that I'm having in the product. So I can also have constructors and other methods. I will be extending this class further according to my requirement. So next is I'm taking another class and this class name is demo. Okay, so the name of this class is demo. Inside this class I'm having the main method, so which is the driver method. So public static void main string mark. Okay, so this is my main method. So this is my main method. So now I'll be creating the array of objects of the product class. To do that, what I'll do is I'll first import the scanner class. So I'll say import java.util.scanner. So I have imported the scanner class from the util package. Okay, fine. So I'll be creating the object of the scanner class. So scanner is equal to new scanner. And so I'm doing system.in into this particular scanner. Okay, so then again I'll be saying I want to read in the number of products I want to the size of the array. So I'm saying enter the number of products. Okay, and then we'll be reading this into an integer. So if I into the int n is equal to s2 dot next int. Okay, fine. So after reading the n value, now we'll create array of objects. Okay, so we are saying create array of objects of product. Okay, so of the product class. So I'm doing that. So how to do that? So I'll say the name of the class. So what's the name of the class? Product. And then the reference variable for the array is equal to new product. Okay. So how many you want? So here I want n number of objects. Okay. So which I already have read in the previous slides. Okay. So n is the number of objects that I want to create. So I said product P is equal to new product n. So this is the line which will actually create the array of objects, but not the objects on its own. Okay. So just have created the array of objects where each and every object here. So let me actually show you how this looks like. So as I already have told you that, say for example, in here for n, I have given 3. So first one is P1, this is P2, and this is P3. Okay. So I have created 3 objects which are of the type of product. Okay. So then P1 is equal to null because I haven't created any memory for it. Okay. So I just created the reference variables, but I haven't created the original object. Okay. So I hope everybody understood this. So I need to create the object. Okay, so in this line we just created the references. Okay, so created the references only. Okay, we just created the references only. So in the next step, I'm going to create the original objects. But to create the original objects, if n is equal to 1 or 2, then it will be okay for us to write down all those lines. But if n is equal to 10, then it will be tedious to write all those lines individually. So we'll take the help of for loop. So in the for loop, I'll turn the loop for I is equal to 0 and I is less than, so the size of the array, to getting the size of the array, so I'm having a property which is called as length property. So I'm going to use that. So I is less than p dot length. So this is the property which will give the length of the array. Okay, so then I'm saying I plus less. So inside this loop, what I'll do is, so I'll be reading in the object data one after the other. Okay, so to read in the object, first thing is I need to create the object. So first thing to create the object is now I'm create the object. Okay, so to create the object, I'm saying P, so this is P of 0, right? So the first object is P of 0. So here I'm saying P of I because I is equal to initialize to 0 first. So P of 0 will iterate for first time, and then for the second object, which is P of 1, will take its data, and then P of 2 and so on till the total number of objects in the array. Okay, so I'm saying P of I is equal to new, then um, okay, product. Okay, so new product. Okay, so this is how I'm creating the object. So P of I is equal to new product. Okay, so you can initialize P name, PID, and P cost through the constructor over here, or else you can also do it the other way. Okay, so let me actually do it the other way. So here I am taking function system dot out dot println and enter the product details. Okay, so I'm going to enter the product details. Okay, and then product one details. So you can be specific over here. So then I and plus, and then I'm giving a double quote over here. So I'll be getting enter the product. First one is P I of 0, right? So product 0 details, then 1 and 2 and so on. You can also put another variable over here, which is equal to, like for example, I'm saying x is equal to 1, and then you can take x over here and then increment it. Okay, so that is also possible. So, um, so this is what I did. And now we'll start reading in the data, which is P name, PID, and P cost, and we'll assign the data to the PI product. So the first thing I'll be doing is I'll return system.out.println. So let me actually take this, okay, and then I'll say enter the name of the product. Okay, so enter the product name, or else also enter product name. Okay, so enter product name, right? And then we will, okay, read the product name. So how to read the product name? It is P of I dot. So what's the name of the variable? It is P name. Is equal to F dot next line. Okay, so F dot next line. So I just have read this. Okay. Um, so see here, like since I'm taking in the next line, and before that there are some other statements which read the product names and all that. So I'm taking in the one more line here, which is simply the dot next line to actually flush off the new lines in the buffer. Okay, so that's what I have done here. And then followed by reading in the next two variables, which are like the PID and then the cost. So enter the product ID. Okay. So then here it will be P, and this will be P name in place of P name and then PID. Okay. So PID is equal to S dot SC dot next in. Okay. So then again I want one more data to be read for the product. So which is enter product cost. Okay. And here I'm saying P cost is equal to F dot next double. Okay. So because this is the data type of the code double. So that's it. So I just have read the data. Okay. So just taking a look at the code here, I'll extend this code, but still with the basic thing we have developed. So I have product class in which I have given the ID to cost, and then in the demo class I created a array of product objects, and then we have created the original object and then read the data for each and every object. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to see here is we are going to see how to pass array of objects as parameters to a method. So I'm going to add one more method here in the product class. So the name of the method, I'll make it as static. So I'm saying static void, and the name of the method is display. Okay, so the name of the method is display product or display card. Okay, and then as I said, this method is taking in the data, which is parameter, which is this method is taking a parameter, which is something like array of objects. Okay, so what array of objects it is taking? It is taking the product type of array object. So I'm simply saying product. So this is how you take it. This is the parameter which is taking in the array of objects of the product class. Okay, fine. So inside this, now I will turn a loop again. So which will be the for loop, and then we'll try to print each and every product details. Okay, so I will take them to 0 and I will select them. So which is ARR for length, and then which is I plus plus. The first one is product name. Okay, so what's the product name? So product name. So it's the first product, right? So we are saying I plus. So let me actually do this. I plus product name. So then what's the product? Okay, so I'll be getting the product as here I dot. Okay, so this is not P of I, so this is ARR. So ARR I dot name. Okay, right? To which I'll be getting the name of the first object. Okay, so first product, and then let us take in the ID of the product one. Okay, so this ARR I dot PID. and we need to print the product cost as well. So cost I dot p first. One more system dot out dot println, and then I'm saying the card details or the product details. So I'm giving some stars, then I'm saying product. Okay, details. Okay, fine. And then let me give. Okay, fine. And then we'll be getting the products. Okay, so giving the method, I need to make a call to the method. So I'll be calling it from the demo class. And so herein I'm making a call to the display cart method. So since it's a static method which is there in the product class, I need to use the fully qualified name to call this display cart is product dot display cart. So let me actually do that. So I'm calling the method product dot display cart. Okay, and I need to pass in the array or object. Okay, so this array object reference I need to pass, and the array object reference is over here, which is p. Okay, so I simply need to pass p over here, so just pass p. Okay, right. So this is the entire program. So we have learned how to create an object, array of objects, and then how to pass array of objects as parameters to the methods. Okay, so let me actually save this program and run and show you. So I have saved the file as demo.java. So let me actually compile it, java to demo.java. Okay, so I got some simple syntax errors. Okay, fine. Enter the product. So I need to put double quotes over here. Okay, fine. Let us go back to the program. Okay, so and where it is showing, it is showing here, right? So I just need to put double quotes over here and let me put a space. Okay, fine. I hope this will work. Okay, so save it and then go back to the command prompt, do the same command once again. Okay, fine. So we have fixed the bug. And now let me execute the program. Okay, so it is Java and then demo. Okay. So it is asking me to enter the number of products. So I'm giving 3. And then it is saying enter the product 0 details. So the name of the product. So the name of the product is book. Okay. So the ID is 111 and the cost is 23.56. Okay. So then it's asking me to enter the next product. So the next product is laptop, and then the product ID is 112 and the cost of the product is 78.60. Okay. 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 So there's a third product. So I'm saying the name of the product is 10 and then the ID is 113 and then the cost of the product. Okay. And then the cost of the product is 12.67. Okay. So as soon as I hit the enter, so the method is called, which is nothing but the cart. Okay, so display cart, and then it's saying product details and the product name and all the 3 product name, ID and cost have been displayed. Okay, so that's it, friends. I hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you for watching.